This is broadcast news from the Nonpartisan Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance, Friday, December 11th, 2015. I'm here with Dale Knapp, Research Director of the Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance. WISTAX recently released a study comparing the economies of Wisconsin and Minnesota. What was the impetus for the study?
There have been a lot of comparisons of Wisconsin's economy against Minnesota's of late, most of them short-term. Which state created more jobs this month or last month or this year or last year? Reality is that there's been a long-term divergence of the two states in terms of their economic performance, and we thought it was useful and informative to delve into that and look at the long-term patterns and some of the reasons behind that divergence.
You talk about long-term. What kinds of trends did you discover when looking at the two states?
Well, if you go back far enough, Wisconsin actually outperformed Minnesota from 1930 to about 1966. Our population grew faster, and our per capita income averaged about 5% more than in Minnesota. That trend changed about 1966. Since then, Minnesota's population and job numbers have grown faster than the Badger states, and our personal income is now about 8.5% below Minnesota's.
Were you able to pinpoint particular reasons for the divergence of the two states?
Sure, there's lots of reasons for the divergence, but two really stand out. The first one is industry mix. When you look at the top 10 industries both here and in Minnesota, there's a big difference in how they performed. In Wisconsin, Wisconsin's top 10 industries grew only 29% over this period. In Minnesota, where the top 10 industries were much more diverse, job growth was 70%. So a big difference in terms of the most important industries in each state. A second factor really comes back to the Minneapolis-St. Paul region. It had sort of unusual growth during this period. If you looked at the top 30 metropolitan areas, it was ninth in terms of job growth, which for a cold weather city is very unusual. By contrast, Milwaukee, Wisconsin's largest metropolitan area, ranked 21st. And when you look at Minnesota, the Minneapolis-St. Paul region is 2/3 of their economy. As Minneapolis goes, really so goes the state. In Wisconsin, the Milwaukee region is just 30% of the state economy. So it's a smaller part of the economy, and it grew much less than half the rate of Minneapolis.
What does this mean for Wisconsin today and looking ahead?
Well, when you look at Wisconsin's economy, it's more of a fractured economy, where economic activity is located primarily in the Minneapolis region. In Wisconsin, activity is spread out more. It's in the Green Bay area, the La Crosse area, Eau Claire, etc. And it's not concentrated in one area. So we can't take advantage of the benefits that a large, compact metro area generates. And when you look, secondly, at Minneapolis, it has significantly more corporate headquarters than, for example, the Milwaukee area. That means higher incomes. When you look at tax return numbers, Minnesota has 43% more households with incomes above $200,000 than Wisconsin does. And that has significant implications for both tax collections and support for charities.
What can people do if they'd like to learn more?
They can visit our website, wistax.org, and download a free copy of the study, or request one by calling our office at 608-241-9789.
Thank you. That was Dale Knapp, Research Director of the Nonpartisan Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance.